So who is Kavitha Lakshmi Narasaya?
Hello, Akshay. I hope you're doing great. If you want to know about me, hi, I'm Kavitha Lakshmi Narasaya. I have around 15 years of IT experience as a data engineer. I live here in USA, Georgia state, and I work as a cloud-based data engineer. And I along with my profession as a side hustle, I also am a tech influencer who have a community of around 170,000 followers on Instagram, and I have a small community on LinkedIn as well, where I teach tech content to freshers and professionals who want to move in and make their career in cloud data engineering. I've also given my first TED talk very recently,
Oh,
explaining
oh.
about my struggles
Uh-huh.
and how I achieved the place where I stand now. So, something that I like doing it and is my passion alongside my work. So, that's about me.
So you are all rounder. I can say like that. All rounder.
No, not really, just doing my bit.
Super, super. So today's session will be all about data engineer, and
Mhm.
we will try to understand what is data engineer is all about, and if an individual, he or she, want to
Yeah.
pursue their career in this domain, what are the
Mhm.
prerequisite and what will be the strategy? So we will be having a lot of questions regarding this data engineer. You can share your 15 years of experience. You can give a tips, suggestion to our audience.
Yeah, sure. So I started my career as a mainframe developer. I came
Mainframe.
from legacy mainframe,
Okay.
just like many of us here, right? We come from a different technology and then move into a most in-demand technology.
Hmm.
I started with mainframe development, and what helped me there was having a strong foundation on coding,
Hmm.
COBOL coding, which is again object-oriented coding. So, with that said, I learned the concept quite well, that learning Python, which is the very basic need for being a data engineer, wasn't difficult. So, when I speak about making a career in data engineering as a fresher or as a professional who's trying to transition himself or herself into this cloud based data engineering, the primary focus should be on learning advanced SQL, because we breathe in and out data, and how do we visualize or work with the data is only through SQL most of the time. So learning the advanced SQL would be a great plus point,
Okay.
alongside having strong hold on a object oriented language such as Python, Java, or even Scala would help us work through the data proficiently. And most importantly, also understanding the extract load process. So what is a data engineer? We are like plumbers. We kind of make sure that the clean water flows in at the end of the pipe.
Hmm.
There is
Yeah.
no glitch, there is no adulteration with the water when it comes out of the pipe. So we are the ones who build the infrastructure and the pipeline for data. So learning the concept about extract, transform, load is very important.
All right.
So with that said, we should also have knowledge about certain tools which does this data orchestration.
Okay.
For instance, it could be Apache Airflow or the DBT, which is the new in-demand tool
Correct. Yeah. Currently.
for doing the transformations, yes, with Snowflake, right?
Okay.
Or it could be ADF. So having that brief knowledge about extract, transform, load, or extract, load, and then transform. So
Hmm.
what is the difference, right? So
Okay.
such basic concepts is what you need. And also definitely some good amount of knowledge on big data. It could be Spark or Kafka, etc., would be your added advantage. And what is in boom for data engineers these days is, of course, that we are all cloud driven. So
Yes.
having knowledge about cloud platforms, it could be AWS, as simple as AWS, because it's widely used worldwide
Very
and
good.
it's easy to learn and easy to work with. I'm sure you can understand because you are a data engineer. So for a fresher or somebody who wants to make a career freshly into this job role, definitely AWS should be the cloud platform that they can choose. And also learning Microsoft Azure or GCP is of great demand in the job market. But if you're a starter or if you're learning for the first time, then definitely go with AWS because it's very easy to self learn or do the hands on projects. And of course, the basic knowledge about data modeling
Ah,
would be definitely required as a data engineer.
right. So I suggest, after learning all this stuff, doing the project matters a lot. In a theoretical
Oh, yes.
knowledge, yes. Yeah, go ahead. Good.
You're absolutely right. I was coming to that. So, just learning theoretically would not help. And there are several websites where you can extract the real time data
Mhm.
and you can work on these data sets in building the pipeline using the free form of Airflow, Apache being downloaded, build that pipeline and see how the data cleanup can be done using SQLs or Python, or how do you extract that file using the YAML file, etc., and build the whole pipeline and see how the data uh, arrives beautifully at the end as a data visualization product onto one of the data visualization tool, for instance Tableau or Power BI. So having that end-to-end project knowledge is very important.
Very important. Right.
And yeah, I
So
agree.
I have been following you on the LinkedIn and all across all your social media since when I guess more than 8 months or near to 1 year. Let us near to 1 year. And I have seen you, uploading contents which are helpful to the community, like top 20 SQL questions asked in so and so companies. So, like, what is your suggestion to such audience, Kavitha? Like, how they can prepare for SQL basis question from the basic to the advanced level? So, what must be their strategy? Yep.
Well, the first thing, as you again rightly mentioned, it's never the book knowledge or being able to understand what SQL queries are would help until
Right.
unless you do it right
Okay.
away. Write those SQL scripts and execute. So there are several websites today where you can really go ahead and build your own games using the SQL, or write those SQL scripts and execute it, right?
Okay.
So use such websites and try to learn SQL hands-on by writing those scripts, building those games, etc. I can provide you the list of websites which can be helpful. And
Okay.
alongside, it's also about what helps is learning and challenging yourself with those lead code SQL
Mhm.
questions, etc.
Yep.
Right? So
Yes.
that will help you big time. So scenario based SQL questions
Uh-huh.
is what I provide to my followers because when it comes to the job interview call, they often ask you scenario based questions, and you should be able to instantly being able to visualize the data, being able to write that SQL statement, which helps you get the results evidently. So yes, practice is the key here, and you have to practice it on the websites that we have.
And guys, if you want to, want resources or any practice question, do follow Kavitha on her LinkedIn. She is doing some serious job on the LinkedIn, sharing a lot of resources to the audience. You can follow her on the LinkedIn. I will be sharing her LinkedIn link in the description. Go have and make use of her content. And
Thank
mutual
you so
question.
much.
Mutual question, Kavita. When I was in the college, I'm just being frank with you. I don't know the difference between what is data analyst, who is data scientist, and who is data engineer. So these
Right.
three numbers are making me mad. So just based on your experience and your knowledge, just enlighten us, Kavita. Who are these three members and how different they are? Yeah.
That's a question which was always there on my mind also when I started my career back then. So let's take a simple analogy, right, Akshay, for somebody who is very new to data, a fresher who is a fresh graduate. If I have to explain it to them, let's take an analogy of water supply in the city, right? So what would a data engineer do? If I
Okay.
may tell you, then let's say data engineer is somebody like a water supply engineer in the city. What does he do? He builds those pipes and the tanks as a final destination for the water to be stored, and there is a treatment plant where he cleans the water so that it flows to the tank, and the tank water can be utilized by the city people, right?
Okay.
So similarly, as a data engineer, I would design those pipelines,
Mhm.
databases and systems, and move or kind of store that raw data,
Mhm.
clean that data, and provide as an end result which is usable
Useful.
for what it could be, for insights, for drawing dashboards, etc. So
Okay.
that's what, as a data engineer, I do. While coming to data analyst,
Second. Yep.
let's say he's like a chef in the restaurant, right? So what he can
Okay.
do is he kind of takes that water,
Mhm.
cooks some good meal out of it.
Okay.
So what can a data analyst do with the data, with the
Mhm.
clean data that he receives, right? He might further standardize the data, normalize the data, remove the
Mhm.
duplicates, right?
Yep.
And then maybe answer certain questions, as by drawing some flow charts,
Okay. Yeah.
reports or dashboards,
Mhm.
pie charts, etc., where he says that, okay, what was the, let's say, this product X, when was it sold best? Was it the last month? Was it the festival month,
All these
etc.? So
ones.
he brings the insight out of it. Whereas data scientist, he comes with a little more of that technical knowledge, where,
Okay.
let's say, he's like that food scientist who just doesn't prepare one food, but he experiments with
Mhm.
new recipes, new
Okay.
tastes. How does it fit in the taste bud? He
Okay.
predicts the flavors. Maybe, okay, this was a hit
Mhm.
because the color was appealing, not just the
Okay.
food, the color was appealing,
Mhm.
right? Or something like, he does a trend analysis,
Mhm.
and he invents furthermore new dishes by the predictive analysis. And how
Okay.
does he do this? He does this using the machine learning and the AI,
Model. Yep.
using the built-in predictive models that he
Okay.
comes up
Mhm.
with. So yeah, that's basically the difference between a data engineer, data analyst, and a data
So,
scientist.
speaking in a layman term, a data engineer is a person who take dirty water and he will create a machine which cleans the dirty water and gives the
Yeah,
clean water. Okay. And
perfect.
a data analyst is a person who will take that clean water and he will do some kind of mixing of masala into that water. Data
Yeah,
analyst.
it's that.
Data
Yes,
analyst.
yes.
And data scientist is a person do who will predict what we can do with that water in the future.
Yeah, yeah.
Is my
He can
analogy is correct, Kavitha? Yep.
perfectly, perfectly. Yes, yes. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Correct.
Thank you.
All right. So this is the difference between these three members.
Mhm.
Looking into the current market, Kavitha. So how
Yep.
is the demand in the current market? Data scientist, data analyst, and data engineer. But there is also there is also a myth saying that a data analyst is dead. What is your opinion on that, Kavitha? Because
Um,
of the AI. Yeah, because of the AI.
that is so true. I mean, like, I would say that is true because most of the work that a data analyst is doing is being done by the data engineer at a much higher level with infrastructure and pipelines, right? As data engineer, we also do the data cleaning, and we also get to the insights and draw those dashboards, etc. But why is the data analyst job role becoming dominant here is
Huh?
because learning data analyst is doesn't need a lot of technical skills.
Mhm.
As a
Yep.
data analyst, if I speak about the major skills that a data analyst should know, SQL, of course, to write the
That is very
queries and
important.
work
Yep.
on the data. Mostly Excel and Sheets here. They don't build pipelines, but they use Excel and Sheets, which
Yep.
is easy for
Yep.
anybody to learn. And of course, the data visualization tool to get that statistics with the data that they have,
Mhm.
and basic business storytelling, or statistics like R language. So that's all they know. And
Mhm.
with that, it becomes easy for anybody to learn the data analyst. And the data analyst job role itself is so overcrowded. I mean,
Mhm.
if there is one application, you can
Yes.
see 1,000 applicants
The
in
ratio will
applying.
be too high. Yep.
Yeah, it's overly crowded. But when it comes to data engineer, right, that's where actual technical skills
Mhm.
matter, because you need to have advanced SQL knowledge. It's not just the basic SQL knowledge. You need to have advanced SQL knowledge. And then you should have a programming knowledge, because you have to write those pipelines, which
Exactly.
involves challenging technical skills, where you need to cleanse the data, or make some amendments to the code, so that you can standardize the data, normalize the data, and being able to visualize that in the reporting layer. So Python, Java, etc. is definitely required. And databases. It could be a SQL database, NoSQL database. Having a strong knowledge on database is
Okay.
definitely a requirement. And data engineering has all those core
Ah,
skills which are required on big data, knowing the knowledge of cloud platforms, because all the data engineering work these days are hosted on one of the cloud platforms. So that being said, data engineer role is much preferred, where the real professionals who have the data engineering knowledge will be able to crack it down.
so you saying that since in the data analyst we do the same task again and again, it is being replaced by AI. That is what you are concluding.
Yes, you're right. The task is repetitive, and the task is not something that which is not possible for a human to do. Like in data engineering, we have to provide the justification, and the accountability is
Yep.
what is
Agree.
required at the end of the
Agree.
pipeline. But then data analyst, or all you need to do is bring that insight
Yep.
on a dashboard or on a plot of chart, and that is easy to be done by a AI tool.
Super. Totally agree with your inputs, Kavitha.
Thank you.
So
Yeah.
let us assume that I am a student and I
Mhm.
am doing engineering, and
Right.
I have made my mind that I want to be a data engineer in coming days after my graduation. So
Mhm.
what must be he or she roadmap, Kavitha? What must be their roadmap from the day one, from the first year of their engineering? So what should be their roadmap?
Uh, as I mentioned, primarily having a strong foundation about the concept. It's not the tools which matters.
Concept.
So don't chase behind the tools.
Ah,
Chase behind understanding the concepts and having that strong
yeah,
foundation.
agree with that.
Let's say programming. Oops concept.
Mm,
That is the base. If you understand object oriented language
mm,
concept, if you're able to understand what a class is, etc., right, you'll be able to master any programming language,
okay.
Python, Java, whatever. So master the concept.
Mm,
And again, as I mentioned, when you're working with the data, SQL
mm.
is definitely a plus here, and which is much required. And again, don't land just for the basic SQL. You have to understand
Advanced
the
level. Yeah.
advanced SQL, where you know how to do the query optimization, performance, and CTOs, etc. And database, yes, having a strong knowledge on relational
Database.
database
Yeah.
like
You have
SQL,
mentioned
let's see, or MongoDB. Many projects have
we
been
can
moving
develop
into,
database. Yeah.
yeah, NoSQL for the easy of use, and right. So MongoDB or Cassandra, etc.
Mm.
Having a basic knowledge of it would be a plus. And definitely data warehouses.
Ah,
Snowflake is in such demand now with AI integration. So if you want to make your strong career in data engineer, then definitely having that strong knowledge on Snowflake data warehousing. As a fresher, you need not have the whole knowledge, but then the basics of
basic
how
knowledge.
Snowflake works, right? Or Redshift, etc. Any one data warehouse,
Mm.
and one of the ETL tools like Airflow. So all of these, in today's era, learning anything is not difficult. Even you go to YouTube, there are several influencers like me and you who have built that end-to-end project, who will tell you how to install the applications and
Yeah.
even work through them, right? Be it
Agree
Airflow
with that.
or anything as such. So do that one end-to-end project. You can go to YouTube. We both can suggest good YouTube channels or projects. I've also made a document where I have a university-based cloud data engineering project, where the student grabs all the data from the student database, and then he cleans the data, and at the end visualizes the data and provides it to the professor as a dashboard, right? So it could be a university project too, but as you rightly mentioned, have that real time experience, work on
Mm.
that real time data wherever possible. And yeah, basic understanding on big data tool is what one should focus on. And also cloud platform, that's something which is really required. Learn some basic services like on AWS itself, right? Some basic services, or on Azure, data lake, ADF, etc. And then data modeling. How do we create the schema? What's a star schema, etc. And a bit of data quality. How do we maintain?
Data quality.
I guess that would be a great start for somebody who wants to learn data engineering.
So we just got idea about the freshers roadmap strategy. Let's assume that
Yeah.
I am an experienced candidate, and
Okay.
my current domain is in Java FSD or non-data engineer domain. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the demand, I got interest into data engineer. So I am just totally made my mind to shift my domain from Java to data engineer. So what should be her or his strategy, Kavitha? Like how they can prepare for the job shift? I mean the domain shift. Yeah.
That's a very good question, because we often land up in such situation
I
where
mean,
we have been
uh,
pushed into
sorry to interrupt you.
something
Like
else.
you were also from a
Yeah,
mainframe
from
domain, and
mainframe. Yeah.
like just
Yeah.
take your
So
example itself, Kavitha. Like how did you jump? Yeah.
Yeah, so as you rightly mentioned, I think you are as a Java developer and you want to transition into data engineer. So first thing is see what are your strengths, right?
Uh,
When it's Java, again, there is something in common with data
uh-huh.
engineer.
Yep.
Think about your strengths and move forward. That will give you the zeal to learn more. So learn, since you already know about OOPS concept, system design, and how to
Yep.
do the scalability and all of these, right? The similar is a concept with data engineering.
Data
It's
engineer. Yep.
no big difference.
Mhm.
It's just that there is a language difference, right? There
Agree
you
with
use
that.
Java. Maybe here you use Java as a data engineer, or you might have to be using Python for better framework, etc. Especially when you're dealing with Hadoop, big data, uh, and things like that. So Java or Scala, it's almost the same.
Mhm.
So learning the language wouldn't be difficult at all if you're from a mainframe background or a Java background, because again that is a tech background, right, where you have some coding skill. The second thing is learn the data engineering core skills. As I mentioned, two important core skills are SQL and Python. I keep repeating this.
All right.
So SQL is a foundation. No matter how much good you are with the coding, SQL is a must and it's non-negotiable. And have the knowledge about database. As a Java developer, you wouldn't have that knowledge maybe. So have that. Good knowledge about database, learn about the ETL pipelines, and cloud platform. Learn cloud platform. It's very easy to learn them through YouTube
System
or
design.
through
What
the
you
official.
suggested? System design.
System design, yes, definitely. So system design knowledge, you would definitely have it as a Java developer or
Okay.
a mainframe developer, right? That is already there with you.
Ah.
So it's just the extension here what you will apply
All right.
through for your building your pipelines or getting that end result as a dashboard, as an ecosystem. So system design, learning it is very
Ah.
important, and if you're not well versed with it,
Mm.
then do some hands-on project. That's how you learn system design, right?
Totally agree.
Write those data pipelines in Java or Python, ingest some data, real-time data from the websites where there is public data,
Yep.
and you build a database and create a final summary report. And that will be the end-to-end project, which will
Got it.
help you showcase to your next project that you have that required information or the knowledge with you. Build that data flow pipelines, and most importantly, position your resume, right? So let's say you want to transition this within your organization, then it's easy.
Ah.
That would be a very small interview just to know that you have the basics of
Mm.
oops concept, etc., and you have the data knowledge, and they'll take you in. But let's say you want to transition into a different company,
Company.
then comes the challenge, right? So your resume has to be
Yep.
updated, your LinkedIn has to be smartly optimized. So highlight these projects that you worked on data processing
Okay.
as a Java developer, or APIs,
Okay.
or how you did the performance optimization,
Uh-huh.
etc. And you can also alter your resume in such a way that your previous project was related to data
Ah.
engineering, and this is what you did as part of it. So have that one end-to-end project in your mind that you can add it onto your resume. So that becomes a very strong point for somebody who is reviewing your resume to shortlist you. Though you come from the Java background, they would understand that okay, you have that data engineering capabilities. And smartly also optimize your LinkedIn, where you would add all of these project
Project.
details in
Yep.
there. maybe the GitHub link where you have done this end-to-end project and you already have the professional experience. So getting a job as a data engineer wouldn't be difficult. So that's how I also transitioned myself from mainframe, legacy mainframe into data engineering. It wasn't difficult. It wasn't difficult. It was just about updating myself to the new norms, new schools and tools and technology, and I as also understanding
Uh,
system design better,
okay.
getting that domain knowledge.
So like what I understood is like in the initial days, we might be not having idea about the data engineer tech stack, but
Yeah.
once we start learning, once we start implementing, we will understand the game, and
Yes.
according to that, we'll start playing the game. That's what I
Yeah.
can. So
You're absolutely right. And transitioning isn't difficult, isn't rocket science as people think. It's just about to get that start with your strengths. Just start and you'll be there. You'll be there.
so like even though we have a lot of like we have done a lot of projects and we have a lot of skill set. So
Mhm.
the main thing matters is the demand in the market.
Yeah.
So how is the demand in the market and how is the pay for the individual in the data engineer domain, Kavitha? So what is your personal opinion on that?
Oh, okay. That's a great question, and we are always looking for that answer, right? What job role to choose? I've just graduated from a university,
Okay.
etc. So, data engineers are in great demand.
Ah,
That is one job I don't think so AI can easily replace,
ah,
because we need data engineers to do that judgments and
mm,
have that accountability
okay.
when it
Mm,
comes to governance, etc., which a AI tool cannot easily do. The AI tool can probably code, but then we again need
yeah.
somebody to review it,
Yep.
right,
Yep.
with that human touch.
Yep.
So data engineers are always in great demand, and even as a fresher, if you get into a top tier company, you can easily have a package of 6 to 10 lakh, you know. And if you get into a product based company, then definitely your salary range would be much higher. Same is the case with data scientists. So if
Ah,
there are 10 data engineers in a team, maybe there'll be only 2 data scientists
scientist.
in the
Yep.
team.
Yep.
So yeah, so that's the ratio. So you can imagine what is the demand for data scientists there, who are technically sound and who are able to really do that predictive modeling with AI
Mm,
and ML. So data scientists are much, much in demand. And coming from that computer science background, having a strong knowledge of DSA,
ah, pretty much.
SQL, and the strong coding language, you can make a great data scientist, and you can earn easily more than 10 lakh even as a starter with a top tier company.
So so I guess we covered pretty much everything, and I
Glad
know
to know.
you are a mother and you are a social influencer. You have a lot of followers on the Instagram, whatnot. You have also started a YouTube channel, and on the LinkedIn, you are rocking. So you are of one of, I guess, you are a top voice in the LinkedIn, I guess, if I'm not wrong.
No, no, there are many who have a lot stronger follower base. I'm just
And
trying.
I remember you also spoke on the TEDx channel, I guess. How
Uh,
did you come to that part, Kavita? Like, how did you got opportunity to talk on that platform?
Oh, that's an interesting
Ah,
story. So it all started with my Instagram handle. So I
okay.
started it small because I wanted to help professionals with my experience. And I started small in my US
Ah,
university as I was doing my master's. So I started helping my friends to get that graduation assistantship, clear the interview, etc. That's where I thought, okay, I have this knowledge. Why keep it within myself,
ah,
right? Let's share it with a wider audience. And I started with small bit size videos, and I started sharing it, and within 3 months I saw that it really was giving me the
ah,
results, and people were counting on me, seeing that authenticity
ah,
with my voice and my professional experience. And that's how I started growing slowly, and I have a predominant community on Instagram, and TEDx happened to reach me on my
okay.
Instagram asking for an influential
Okay.
talk on
Super, super.
anything related to life.
Ah,
And I spoke about the art of unlearning. So as a
okay.
word itself, right,
Ah,
says, right. So we throughout our life, we are always running behind, learning, upskilling ourselves,
Mhm.
and trying to merge with the world so that we are not left behind. But somewhere we forget that there are few things that we have to unlearn,
Ah,
right? For instance, maybe you're a kid, and when you were a kid, you were riding a bicycle, you had that training wheels.
mhm.
So you ride the bicycle with training wheels even when you grow up? No, you have to let go of the training wheels so
Agreed.
that you learn how to drive the cycle yourself. So there are many things like that in life which we have to unlearn. Like I remember in 2008 when I had my first job, there
Okay.
was huge recession, if you remember.
Uh-huh.
So I was
2008.
placed for a company, and then the offer letter was revoked. So I was like heartbroken,
Okay.
and there were no other companies which were hiring. I have done
Mhm.
all kinds of petty jobs, right from serving as in a coffee day, and many other hard jobs, right? But what kept me hold on was that I need to constantly upskill, and I was telling myself that this is not my destiny. Maybe I'm related to more, and I kept on upskilling, giving my interview to others, and that's how I unlearned, saying that
Ah,
okay, this is not my destiny. I'm destined for something else. So yeah, it's all about unlearning. You should definitely watch it.
superb, superb. I do recommend people to watch her the event video. I'll be sharing the link in the description. Go do watch, and if you want to connect, just DM her on
Thank
the Instagram. See, she will be helping you out. And I think you are also doing a mentorship, Kavitha, on the top mate. I guess
you.
I am.
Yes.
So, if you want to mention about it, yeah, please go ahead.
I have been quite active in providing career guidance
Acha, oh,
on TalkMate.
mhm.
So I help students, mostly professionals who are just out of their university, or people who want to transition into data engineering or into data related job roles. I provide career guidance on how to make an ATS resume and how to have their LinkedIn optimized so that they get that visibility from the employers, how to write a referral email, right, or how to get the referral code from an employee.
Mhm.
So I provide all of these career guidance on my TalkMate. So yeah, if you want to reach out to me, I'm more than happy to help you with your career.
Again, as I said, all the links will be in the description. Just go do and just get it. So, Kavitha, when you are coming to the Bangalore, any plans?
Oh, that's one thing that I never miss. I
Uh,
make sure that I'm every year in India around the month of April. There are times when I'm there in India for more than 2 or 3 times. So yeah, I keep visiting there.
our KCCC community is waiting for you to have a, teammate. So, like, if you have a plans, we can do a
Yes,
get together time. Yeah.
we should definitely do that. And I'm thinking loud about having a Kannada channel, doing it for our people
Uh,
as part of our community. So
yep.
hopefully soon. Yeah.
Cool. So things are on the loop. So things gonna happen soon. No worries at all. So last but not the least, Kavita, any suggestion to our audience? Any suggestion to the freshers and job shift the people who want to shift the job? So any suggestion from your end, Kavita?
Yeah, not too many suggestions, but I know the job market currently is
Ah,
really hard, especially for freshers, right? You're just out of your university and you do not know what to do, where to go next, what skills to learn. You have so many resources for you to learn, but you really do not know where to start. You have
overwhelmed.
Udemy,
Yeah.
you have Coursera, you have YouTube. So where exactly to start? What exactly to do? You do not have a perfect roadmap. So if you're coming from a computer science background
Mhm.
or a tech background, right, and if you want to make your career in tech,
Ah,
make sure that you have a strong foundation
correct.
and have those good portfolio projects on your resume,
Yep.
and always have your LinkedIn being attached to the GitHub repository so that you can
Yeah.
showcase those real time projects that you have
Positive.
done. Because, and also if you can build a portfolio for yourself,
Ah,
portfolio website, definitely have that where you have shot that down all the projects that you've worked upon,
mhm.
right?
Yep.
And try gaining that real time experience. It's
Ah,
not about the book, it's not about learning the skills, it's
ah,
about having that real time experience. And whenever you're applying for a job role, make sure that you take that time and you try to get the referral code. That gives you a better leap over others, because when you come from a referral code, it shows that you are a more authentic uh, professional than others. So have that referral code, know what to send to get that referral, right? Have
Agree.
that precise referral email, and also optimize your LinkedIn profile. That's very important. I've seen this, Akshay, that many of the freshers don't even have a LinkedIn profile. Can you imagine that? So
We need to get updated according to that. Yeah.
updated, yes, and optimize it. Add
Uh,
all of your projects,
updated.
achievements, accomplishments on it, because if somebody wants to authenticate you, then LinkedIn is the place. They would come there and watch out. So definitely have that, and have your ATS friendly resume.
Uh,
Have all skill words on your ATS resume,
okay.
and most importantly, based on the job description, you
Mhm.
update your resume and then upload it. Just
Uh,
don't have one resume which you'll upload for
that
100 jobs, right? So that's not going to work out. So you have to go to the job description, see what tools and technologies they're looking for, whether you know it or no. I suggest
mm,
you to add it on your resume and go learn it on YouTube before you go into the interview call,
it,
right? It's not really difficult to know about any job, any tool or skill.
it's like applying same story to all the number of movies. All movies will be having same story. So it
Yeah,
gets
that used to work
really
maybe
strong.
some
Yeah.
15 years before. Not
So
now.
yeah, guys,
Yeah.
totally agree with Kavitha's insight. According to the job requirement, prepare your CV, and as she mentioned, optimize your CV, and just make sure that it has all the keywords and all the required
Yeah.
skills mentioned in the CV, and do ATS check also. So I guess we covered pretty much everything. Are we missing anything, Kavitha, from your end?
Oh, yes, definitely. First of all, I should have thanked you at the first
Mhm.
itself. Thank you so much for letting me in to the
Yep.
podcast. I guess you're doing great, amazing job, Akshay. It isn't easy doing this with a full-time job and having an NGO, and you being able to work so much towards the betterment of the community. You're trying to help the freshers and the professionals with your interview podcast, where you say what is the process to be followed, what are the questions to be prepared, what skills, etc. This is of huge help. I've looked at your podcast. They're really great, and they give a great add-on value, and just do what you've been doing, helping the community here. And I love what you do for the Kannada community too on your YouTube channel. So keep doing what you're doing, and thank you so much for providing me this platform to share my knowledge and ideologies. So it means a lot to me.
So same way, likewise. I have you have said about me, I will say about you. So I have
That's
been
very
following you,
generous of you.
I've been following
Yeah.
you, and you might be a techie person, you might be a data engineer, whatnot. You also have NGO, Lakshya Foundation, if I'm not wrong.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah,
I
guys,
do.
she is also run a NGO. She help a community. She help old age people. She is doing one of wonderful task. What she can do to the society. So her work was an inspiration. So I don't want to take the credits. We do have a team, KCC. I guess she's also a member of KCC community, Kannada content creator community. And NGO, we do have a member, like 3 to 4 members are there. And for the podcast, we have 3 members, like founder, editor. So we all together make a team. So that's what I want to say.
Oh,
And
awesome. It's the whole team then.
I do understand the timeline. I guess you are in the USA, if I'm not wrong, USA.
Yeah.
So I guess
I live in US, Georgia.
so. I'm totally sorry to bother you day by day when we can. Again, it's been postponed 2 months, huh? Since from two
For
months.
almost 3 months now. Yeah. I'm so sorry for keeping you
No worries.
waiting for
No worries.
endlessly.
So Kavitha is also a mentor to me. I
Oh.
get lot of suggestions if I get any stuck in my career wise. She do suggest me like a big CISO. And thanks, yeah, taking time and joining us, sharing about your tech experience and giving suggestion to audience. Thanks a lot, Kavita, for taking time and joining us today.
Likewise, we both are doing the same job. Thank you so much for inviting me on this
Pleasure,
podcast.
pleasure,
Thank
pleasure, Kavita.
you.
Yep.
Yeah.
And yeah, guys, this is about it talk. If you want to connect with Kavitha, I'll be sharing all her social media links in the
Yep.
description. Please do visit her on the LinkedIn. She is doing some serious best content she's providing on the LinkedIn, and on the Instagram she is rocking as well. So if you want to contact her, just DM her on the Instagram. And if you want to get mentorship, topmate.io. So I'll be sharing link in the description. Just go connect. And if you have any queries, make use of YouTube comment section. Definitely, I will be helping you out. And Kavita, thanks a lot for taking time and joining us today.
Thank you, Akshay. Thank you. Take care.
And yeah, guys, this is our talks in the next video. Take care.